Everyone, have you ever truly pondered why ice floats on water, rather than simply accepting it as an obvious fact? Most substances become denser in their solid state than in their liquid state, and generally sink. Did you know this astonishing fact? If ice were to sink in water, life on Earth might never have existed? This phenomenon of ice floating is actually an extremely rare and special property of water, even when considering the entire universe. Today, we'll delve into the secrets of water and explore just how crucial this property has been for life on Earth. First, let's look at how most substances behave. When they cool down and solidify, their volume decreases and their density increases. For example, when molten iron cools and solidifies, its volume shrinks slightly and it becomes heavier, right? However, as water approaches 0 degrees Celsius, it defies this common rule, exhibiting very peculiar behavior. Surprisingly, water has the astonishing property of being most dense and heaviest at 4 degrees Celsius. Then, as the temperature drops from 4 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius, its volume begins to expand again, and its density decreases. The secret behind this special property of water lies in the unique structure and bonding of the H2O water molecule. A water molecule consists of one oxygen atom bonded to 2 hydrogen atoms, giving it an electrical polarity. Because of this polarity, neighboring water molecules are attracted to each other by a weak force called a hydrogen bond. In liquid water, these hydrogen bonds are constantly forming and breaking, allowing the molecules to move freely. At certain temperatures, this free movement allows water molecules to remain relatively closely packed. However, as water approaches 0 degrees Celsius and turns into ice, water molecules arrange themselves more orderly to form a stable crystalline structure. At this point, each water molecule forms hydrogen bonds with 4 other molecules, creating a large hexagonal framework. This hexagonal framework contains many empty spaces or voids, which causes its volume to expand and its density to decrease. As a result, even with the same number of water molecules, solid ice occupies a volume about 9% larger than liquid water. This is precisely the scientific reason why ice is less dense than water and floats freely on its surface. This special property of water has brought truly miraculous benefits for Earth's environment and the survival of life. If ice were to sink in water, what would happen to the lakes and oceans on Earth? Most likely, lakes and oceans would begin to freeze from the bottom up, gradually becoming completely covered in ice. If that happened, fish and microorganisms living underwater wouldn't be able to survive through winter and would go extinct. Eventually, all the water on Earth would freeze, turning it into an ice planet devoid of life. However, because ice floats on water, a layer of ice forms only on the surface of lakes and oceans. This surface layer of ice acts like a lid, protecting the water below from the cold outside air. As a result, aquatic organisms can survive winter beneath the ice and resume their activities in spring. Furthermore, the fact that ice floats also profoundly influences the Earth's climate and large-scale ocean currents. Because the ice in the Arctic and Antarctic floats on water, sea levels do not fluctuate drastically, maintaining a stable global climate. These massive ice formations help maintain Earth's thermal balance and distribute heat around the globe through ocean currents. When ice melts in spring, cold freshwater is supplied to the oceans, enriching the ecosystems of specific marine areas. If ice had sunk, Earth would be a planet with little life, looking completely different. The fact that the first life on Earth originated in the oceans and could embark on a long history of evolution is precisely because of this property of water. Water existing stably as a liquid, and ice forming a protective layer for life, this coincidence gave rise to a miracle. Our ability to use water as a matter of course and enjoy the beautiful natural world is also thanks to this special property of water. Even looking across the vast universe, planets like Earth, with abundant liquid water that nurtures life, are rare. Most planets are dry like Mars or extremely cold, with everything frozen. Thanks to this miraculous property of water, Earth has been able to witness an explosive expansion of life's diversity. Just one way a molecule bonds, just one physical property, determined the fate of Earth. To think that the water we use so casually in our daily lives holds such a magnificent story. The beautiful scenery of lakes and rivers, and the activities of life thriving within them, are all protected by this special behavior of water. Scientists are still deeply exploring the various unexplained properties of water. The future of Earth's life and environment depends on us understanding this property of water and carefully conserving it. Within the simple H2O molecule alone lie profound cosmic secrets and the miracle of life. The very natural phenomenon we consider commonplace in our daily lives, ice floating on water. Perhaps it was a grand design by the universe to allow Earth to be teeming with abundant life. This simple property of water has, over immense stretches of time, woven a magnificent story of life. Why not take a moment to deeply reflect on the preciousness of water and its miraculous properties once again? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like the video and subscribe to our channel.